That was video too.
Oh, this is what it is?
Yeah.
I'm like, what's it? I see something like that. I'm like, what is that?
Is it lit up right now?
Yeah, the blue.
Or video now? So, I think we were talking about it last time, but that's what I was waiting on. And we got it all set up, and they upload the way they're supposed to now, so
Oh, yeah.
we're good to go on video. Well, for now.
Yeah, no, hey, you gotta start somewhere, man.
Yep.
This is perfect.
It does the trick. Well, welcome back, my friend.
Thank you so much, man.
Of course. I love talking to you the first time, and the response that we've gotten from listeners is fucking... People love your episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome,
Yeah.
man.
Your numbers are fucking high. Everybody loved it, so we're in good shape. Yeah, we're just gonna go. I want to go right into what you were just talking about because it's truly like being a part of your own success story is truly magical, and it's all you have to do is keep showing up and keep doing the shit. You know. That's not good. We were talking about how, you know, once you get your team together, you're gonna to have the ceremonies or the I'm sorry, what the events.
Yeah, the events. Yeah.
You're gonna have venues that are gonna be spread out because you're gonna need so much space.
Yeah.
And the thought of that's fucking cool.
So I'll give you an example. Like our agency, so we have a regional event coming up in February in Vegas.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're gonna rent out a small hall for like 4,000 people, and that's our regional event for a hierarchy that we have part of the company. So like I was telling earlier, like a couple of years ago, one of my first events, they told us one day we're gonna be so big that we have to rent at stadiums.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, hey, I don't know what this is about. You know, being new to the insurance world, I'm like, I don't know what this is about, but hell yeah, let's do it, man. Like
That's such a cool thought, man. To have that many fucking successful people and building it from ground up.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, like I said in the last podcast, Patrick Bet-David, you know, he was the one that created the company, you know, the PHP agency, and in 14 years, he made it. In 14 years, he made the company competitive with other companies that have been around for 50 years. You know, just in those 14 years, we have grown a lot of these other companies. We actually have made more money. We're actually grown so much now that, and Patrick sold it last year. You know, he sold it to another company, but he sold it in the vision that this company is going to provide the services and the technology that we need to grow to those events that we want to be at. You know?
Right.
Be 50,000, 100,000 people in a stadium.
And when you see somebody succeed against, you know, the hierarchy of whatever you're competing against in that short amount of time, man, the only thing there really is to it is fucking drive and passion.
Yeah.
You know, just keep pushing, and he obviously did.
Oh, my God. If you hear his stories when he first started off the company, and so we're just to let those viewers know, we're talking about the insurance agency I'm part of called PHP Agency. So when Patrick Bet-David first started that company, first 6 months they didn't have a carrier. They couldn't sell insurance.
Oh shit!
So they had to wait for somebody to approve them. So they were just motivating people like don't quit.
They're like just keep going.
Just keep going, you know. So they started off with 66 agents. Now, out of those 66 agents, I think there's only 2 or 3 that are originals, you know, from the beginning. Now we're at 40,000 agents across the country, you know. So
that's insane.
But that's small because Patrick had the vision of by 2029 have 500,000. That's more than all the agencies, everything combined.
Yeah. You
know, so that's what he wants. And so for me getting into that world, I was like, hell yeah, you know what? I don't know what the hell I'm doing in here, but let's go, man. Like I want to do something that I'm gonna impact lives. I'm gonna help people, and put my name out there. You know, where it's like, oh shit, you know, because of Jose Casas, he, you know, he helped insure my family, and then when my dad passed away, my mom passed away, he makes sure we still kept our house. You know. And that vision, man, like vision of growing with the company, like I told you earlier, it's like we're small right now, man, and we're competing. We had Mike Tyson in one of our events. We had Kobe Bryant's last interview was with our agency.
No shit. You guys had Tyson and Bryant?
Yeah. So we had former George W. Bush, Jordan Peterson. We've had Tyson, Shaquille O'Neal, Layla Ali. Layla Ali. I think Muhammad is Ali's daughter.
Okay.
We've had all kinds of celebrities, man. Actually, I'll tell you, Oscar de la Hoya was a private investor into the company.
No shit.
Magic Johnson was another private investor into the company.
God damn, those are big names, bro.
Big names.
Those are big fucking names.
Yeah, so people don't know about this because they're private. You know, they don't want their name to be out there. But there is an interview with Oscar de la Hoya and Patrick on Valuetainment. They're talking about how he believes in insurance and all this.
Yeah,
And of course, you know, Warren Buffett has a damn insurance company. You know, like
real quick. That's gonna it's gonna bug the shit out of me. I gotta fix it real quick.
the
AC.
not ready or don't have the income or don't have the funds to bury their loved ones. You know.
Right.
And it's not just me trying to sell you a policy. I want to educate you on what does this policy does for you and your family, you know?
And that's the part that people they simply just get on the defense so quickly.
Yeah.
And it's so, I feel like I've met you, this is the second time I've ever met you personally in my life. I feel like it takes a special kind of heart to be able to veer away from that feeling that people automatically want to have. It's going to take a heart like yours. You know, you've grown up taking care of people that are in need. You have a passionate touch, and that's something special. That's something unique that not a lot of people can offer.
You know, here, I'll tell you something, Sage. And this is, I've always wanted to have my own company, right? My own business, my own everything. I've had a cleaning business with my girlfriend. That didn't work out. I tried to start businesses with my parents, also a cleaning business, and that didn't work out. But you know what? One thing is that I always, you know, when you're alone, sometimes you talk to God, or you talk to whoever you believe in.
Right.
And I was by myself. And I told God, like, God, put me somewhere where I want to help people, but I also want to make sure I grow and also help my family, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't realize this until about 3 months ago. I'm like, oh shit, I am in the right position where I need to be at.
Uh-huh.
I didn't realize it that me praying for something to become my own boss. Like, yes, we're 1099, you know, independent contractors. You know, we don't have bosses, we don't have managers. We do have brokers that they're our mentors. You know, and I always wanted a mentor. I always wanted people to push me to go to the next level in life, right? But I didn't want to spend $4,000, $5,000, $10,000 for a mentor. If I have the money and I know it's going to bring me value, sure.
Right.
But right now, I don't got that type of money to spend on that, right? And now realizing it's like, oh crap, God, I didn't even realize it, but God brought a person to my house to show me an opportunity that it's going to take a lot of learning, a lot of self-development to be at that position where I'm going to be able to help people. You know, and I realized, I was like, oh shit, it's an insurance world.
I heard this actually on the radio or something the other day, and it's exactly what you're talking about. They say people pray for things, and they pray for like patience or compassion or whatever the case may be, and a lot of people just expect it to become because they're praying for it. When in reality, what's really going to happen, regardless of what you believe as religion, whether it's energy or spirits, whatever the fuck it is, you're not going to just be given the grace.
Yeah.
You're going to be given an opportunity to learn how to do it. You're going to be given an opportunity to be patient. You're going to be given an opportunity to be compassionate. You know, it's going to be a teaching moment for you, and that's exactly what happened to you.
Yeah, it's literally, I feel like God gave me all the Lego pieces, and I just have to start putting them together.
He said, here's your answer.
Yeah.
Put it together.
Yeah, put it together. You're somebody's going to take one piece, and you're going to freak out, you know, and then you find it, and then somebody else took another piece, and you're freaking out, you know, and then out of nowhere, you're about to put it all together, and somebody hits the table, and it all falls apart. You know, that's how I feel life is, you know.
It is.
You know, I've had an amazing, blessed life because my beautiful parents, they provided a lot of good things for me and my brother. But also, too, is that I had to learn a lot of crazy stuff on my own, you know. Like, you know, I'm not a book smart person, but I could get myself, you know, around the streets. You know, I could talk to people. I learn how to read people, especially being a caregiver. You got to learn how to read people.
Fuck yeah.
But you know, as in the business wise, that we all pray for something to pop up in our laps. You know, God's gonna put the people in front of you, or is gonna put the situations in you where you're gonna have to go through that mud, or you have to go through the rocks, crawling, so you can get at the end and see, okay, you know what, this is actually what I was looking for.
Yep, you have to learn how to do it. but here's an opportunity to learn.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, in reality, that's such a cool concept. Like I said, I don't know who or what anybody believes in, and I'm not going to speak for it, but I will say that when you look for it and you put your energy and you ask for it and you put that thought out there, it'll happen.
Yeah.
You just have to keep your fucking eyes open. That's the most important part. Keep your eyes open and keep your mind open, more importantly.
Yeah, like this morning we had one of our leaders, one of the newest and youngest brokers in the office, and he finished off the training on, as he said, what do you want to become in the business?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to become a producer? Do you want to become the best presentation agent? You want to become the best recruiter? What is you want to do? And I raised my hand. I say, I want to be a recruiter. I want to be the best recruiter. And it's like, so what are you going to become that recruiter? Like, who do you need to become to be that person that's going to attract those people to your business? You know? So I was like, damn, okay, I have to do a lot of changing. I have to do a lot of self-development. I have to read a lot of books. I have to be around people, a high influence, or people that know how to recruit people, or just be in a different environment that's going to bring that, that different, type of energy that I'm attracting.
I really, really like the word, the statement you just used, and I just want to emphasize on it. You said self-development, and I cannot emphasize how truly important self-development is in every fucking day of your life.
It's very important.
It is the thing that's going to help you push another step forward. And it's the thing that is going to take you wherever it is that you want to go. Is self-development, And I love having these conversations with you, and I fucking hope you keep coming back.
You let me know when, man. I'm down the street.
We talk so often on here, not necessarily about negative stuff, but we talk so often about the real shit, that people go through, the real struggles, the real thoughts, and things like that. And I try to bring it back to surface level every once in a while, and it's like having these conversations about what it is really to be successful and what it is really to work towards that success.
Yeah.
And it's such an amazing fucking I'm just saying thank you.
No,
You're a true testament to everybody that's really trying, without knowing why. Like you have to keep trying. Like I said earlier, you just have to show up one more day for yourself.
Yeah, you have to do it for yourself. Nobody else is going to do it for you.
If you show up and you make the tiniest bit of progress, it's still fucking progress. Show up again one more day.
Crazy you're talking about that. I was just listening to this thing that popped up on my TikTok, and it said, fail, 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 fail. You're 1% better.
Yep.
Fail, 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 fail. You're another 1% better.
Mm-hmm.
Keep doing that on a daily basis, and you see where we're going to be in a year.
I don't really know what it is about whether it's like the way I was raised or school. I don't really know. I can't pinpoint the milestone, but there's something inside of me personally that I'm like, if something fails, I don't know what it looks like to just walk away and give up. I don't know what that looks like. Maybe I just watched my stubborn ass dad for so long that I don't know what it's like to just give up on something. But some people don't recognize truly what it's going to mean to just keep trying until you fucking succeed.
Yeah.
Learn, try. And eventually, I can promise you're going to do it.
Yeah, it's one thing that's going on with me right now is I fucking hate making phone calls. But that's where my success is going to be at.
Yeah.
I can get all the leads in the world, but if I don't make those damn phone calls, I'm not going to get nowhere,
Dude, I couldn't even imagine. I'm terrified of answering numbers I don't know.
This is what I did the other day, and I was telling one of the agents in the office earlier this morning on Tuesday. I was scrolling through my messages, and I'm in a chat room. I'm in like all these chat rooms where I don't know how the hell I got into the chat rooms. But on Messenger on Facebook, there's those chat rooms.
Yeah.
And I'm in this Colombian one, and I'm not even Colombian, I'm Mexican, And like, so that's how I go in there and recruit people, But I go in there, and there's this lady. She's selling a product, a natural beauty product. And I was like, all right, I'm going to watch the video. And
I'll bite.
I'm like, let me check it out and see what it is. And I was like, oh, man, she's really good on the camera, really good with the voice and everything in Spanish. I was like, you know what? I'm looking through her Facebook and see if I can find a number so I can call her. And I sent her a private message, and of course she didn't reply. She's got to have a number. So I go on, and this is like me stalker status, I go on her link. There's a link to the website, And of course, right there in the top left corner, it's like almost like related to like Herbalife or something like that.
Right.
And I see her name, and I was like, oh shoot, okay, here's her name or number. I was like, screw it, I'm gonna call her. I called her and I said, boom, my name is Jose Casas. Everything's Spanish, right? So I'm like, hey, my name is Jose Casas. I'm a life insurance agent here locally in Phoenix, Arizona. Reason why I'm calling you is I saw I saw your video on social media. You're very energetic, high energy. You love your products that you're selling, and my agency is always looking for people like yourself. And I'm just going with it, and I'm smiling like I know her, and I'm talking to her like I know her already,
Right. Right.
And she's like, oh my God, she's like, thank you so much, and I'm giving her props, she did a really good job. And she's like, really not interested in the business, but but thank you so much. And I told her, I was like, wait, before you hold up, let me ask you a quick question. Do you have life insurance? And she's like, no, I don't. It's like, I just never knew where to go. I don't know where to go buy some or buy insurance, or I don't know how it works. I don't know if it's like super expensive. And this is what I kind of opened her eyes to the opportunity to become an agent. And I told her, this is the reason why I do it. This is the reason why I called you, to give you an offer, an opportunity probably for you, is to show you how life insurance works, how easy is it to apply for it, and how affordable it can be. And she's like, you know what, call me on Monday. Right now I'm busy doing some stuff, but call me on Monday, and then so we can set up an appointment. I want to know more about this.
Right.
And this is just a random person. And then it took me something in my head to say, all right, Jose, make a call. And I was like, all right, I made the call, and it was like an appointment, And so it's like you said in your podcast, it's me versus me. I'm screwing myself over sometimes,
That's all it is, man. And that's the thing that it's so hard. It's the hardest thing to get over is yourself.
Exactly. I have many people have told me, even my broker one time told me, he's like, dude, what the hell? You could have been a broker already. What's going on?
Yeah.
Get out of your head, Like I was like, I'm trying to, but I'm getting sucked back in,
Yeah.
And it's not me blaming my family or my friends or whatever. It's me, and I'm realizing now it's me that I'm not saying pushing myself, but I doubt myself. It's like dude, like I'm bilingual. I speak Spanish, speak English. Sometimes. Okay, English. I know how to use social media. I'm not afraid to talk to people, but something is still holding me back, and it's like, shit, like what the hell,
Yep.
So it's like when other people see it and you don't see it, but now I'm realizing and I'm seeing it, and it's like, shit, I'm seeing, like the other day I was like kind of just in the back of the training room, and I'm seeing everybody's goods and bad things that they do. I'm just observing everybody in the room.
Uh-huh.
And I'm noticing, okay, some people do this, some people don't do that. Some people are scared to do what I'm doing, and they don't know how to get to that position. And I was like, shit, I'm not saying I'm better than everybody, but I have some better qualities and better things that if I implement it more,
yeah,
put my foot down and focus, I can take off right away.
It's so crazy to see the attributes that you carry, in certain aspects of your life when you, unfortunately, because I don't agree with it, but when you start looking around and start comparing yourself to others, now that can go both ways too.
Yeah.
That can definitely fucking go both ways. But when you start looking at, putting yourself on a pedestal, which is hardly ever a good that's so not a good thing.
I'm always and it's in our company was always be a student. I'm always willing to learn from anybody. If it's the 18-year-old to the 70-year-old, I'm always willing to learn something new.
Man, you bring that statement to the table so fucking often, and I can't stress it enough that you just don't know. If you hear the same thing 100 times, and that 101st time brings a new piece of information, then it's all been worth fucking while.
Oh, yeah.
Because you took every opportunity to learn something more. You know what I mean? And that 101st time that you hear something new could be the reason you're successful. You just don't know.
Exactly.
And it's fucking, dude, it's just you. It's just you. You got to get out of your head. You got to tell yourself to sack up for a minute.
Yeah.
Just drop the pride, drop the ego. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. And then I was like, I can do this.
Yeah.
I
got this.
I can become the next broker of the office. I can become the next leader. I can become the next builder of the company. I just need to get out of my head. And it's a lot of there's people that have done it, but then they fall off and they get way too ego. Their ego becomes more, and
Yep.
that's something that I could be like, oh, my ego's up here. It's like, no, it's I'm willing to learn from everybody. I'm willing to learn, to become the better me, and so I'm just going at it, man, going day by day,
Kind of in regard to what you were just speaking of was when you get so comfortable that your ego starts taking over.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very common thing.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily everybody's fault because you get comfortable and you get confident.
Yeah.
It's a thing that you got to keep yourself in check. I ride motorcycles. I have for a long fucking time. And one of the weirdest things that stuck with me in my head for a long fucking time was somebody told me, if there comes a day where you're so confident or so completely just engulfed in your own confidence on that motorcycle that you decide you don't need to wear a helmet anymore and you hang it up, then you should probably hang up the keys too.
Oh, damn.
You know what I mean? If there comes a day that you're so confident that you don't need a safety net anymore or you don't need to keep yourself in check anymore, then you should probably just quit. And I believe in that in almost any regard.
Yeah.
The true meaning of what you're going to be doing personally is going to go out the window as soon as you reach that level of arrogance,
Yeah.
And I don't even like thinking about it because just barely knowing you, like I said, dude, you're fucking, you personally, I would never like to see you on that level because you bring a level of passion and you have a fire.
Thank you.
And if I was just talking to a salesman one day, I'm going to be disappointed.
Oh, yeah. And that's something I don't want to be,
Yes.
I don't want to become a salesman.
And I don't say that negatively. No. Not salesmen are bad, but I don't want to.
You don't want to be talking to a shark.
You have a fire inside you, man, and that's something when people get discovered the way that you're headed, don't fucking lose that ever.
Yeah, that's something that's comes from my parents. My parents have shown me. Well, if you want to get to somewhere, you want to accomplish something, you just got to keep trying. You fall, it's when a little kid, if he falls, let him be,
Right.
let him get above himself,
Dust it off.
And that's literally what's going on with me right now is I'm learning. And the good thing is that in our company, in the agency, is that we have so many leaders that could be, they could have the ego now.
Uh-huh.
And I'm learning from them is even though they're making $1 million, $500K, whatever, a year, they're still willing to stop and say, what's wrong with the business? What's going on? How can I help you?
Mm-hmm.
And that right there, it just changes my whole mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Being around those type of people where they're making $100,000 a month and they're like, how can I help you with your business? What do you need help with? What's going on in your life where it's preventing you to get to the next level? And I was like,
God
what
damn.
the hell, And then, I've met one of the top leaders in our agency, and I met him a few times, and he's like, all right, when are you going to become a broker? What do you need? Like, how can I help you?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, damn, man, like, something that my own family, my own friends would say that, like, and I have this stranger that he literally says, what do you need help with, Jose? What do you need help that I can tell your broker, I can tell your leaders to help you with,
Right.
to get you that next level? And then even random people that I even know that they're making, the same amount of money I'm making or a little bit more, they're making $100K, and they're like, hey, here's my number. If you ever need help or you ever, need anything, give me a message, send me a message, call me. I was like, I'm surrounded by that type of people. That's why it's helping me grow also, And so when I hear like, Jose, come on, bro, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can become the next six-figure earner of the office,
Yeah.
And so now I'm. It sucks that it's taking so long, but sometimes some people have to develop a little bit longer. They have to, what's it called? You have to leave the freaking brisket in the in the oven for a little bit longer, right?
Yeah.
But it's just one of those things for me. I feel like I just have to grow and learn more, fail, so I can be that 1% better, And I'm loving the process. This is one thing that I learned from high level individuals is enjoy the journey. I'm enjoying the journey, even though I'm going through the shit right now, going through the mud. I'm enjoying every last piece of it. You know why? Because it's making me better.
You know what, man? I fuck with that. I fuck with that pretty good because I'm kind of going through the same shit what you're talking about. I'm going through that fucking journey right now too. You know, we're on different sides of the of the world, but with all this shit that I'm doing, I'm going through it right now, and it's not big yet, the same way that you're working on, but we're gonna look back, dude. When shit's right, you're gonna look back and just smile.
Oh yeah, man. I can't
You know
wait
what
for
I mean?
that day, man.
Yeah.
I can't.
You're gonna
wait
look
for
back
that
and
day.
be like, look at the shit that I trudged through just to get where I'm at, and I fucking did it. And you fucking did it. And all you had to do was show up for one more day and keep trying.
And this is for everybody that's listening. Show up one more day.
Yeah, dude.
Show up one more day. That's all.
A baby step is all you need.
Literally.
If you learn something new about what you're trying to do, or if you make one stride, it's all the same. It's all progress, and
it's all progress. But one big thing too, don't be afraid to ask questions. If
that's definitely a big thing.
If there's somebody that's doing a lot better than you, go ask a question. Hey, how'd you do this? How'd you do that? What do you recommend? 100% of the time, mostly everybody's gonna say, do this, don't do this, do this, do this.
Yeah.
You know, I've known plenty of friends and family members that they've had a lot of money, like they've wasted a lot of money, like sometimes millions, and they don't have nothing to show for, because they didn't want to ask a family member for advice.
Right.
You know, and that's saying my family is the most richest and most wealthiest family, but they know how to manage their money. And out of both sides of the family, I say my parents are very successful, and a lot of people have, you know, their numbers. They can call them and say, hey brother, or hey cousin, or hey, you know, uncle, what do you recommend I do with this money? You know, and they're afraid to ask those questions. You know, they hate to make that phone call because their ego's too high. Because now I have millions of dollars. Now I can do whatever I want. But they don't know how to manage that money, and that's now they don't have nothing, you know? They don't have nothing to show for, where they could have had multiple properties, multiple things, have that money saved, you know, and develop, you know?
Simply because there wasn't a question asked.
Yeah. If somebody asked me, hey, Jose, how can I make a freaking TikTok video? Here, text this, just do this, and that.
Right.
Boom. Get 10 pictures. Boom. Do it.
I don't know why, but the way you said that kind of struck a nerve, because that's such a real world question, you know, for people to ask. A lot of people don't know how to do shit like that, which is news to me. But I would like to emphasize on that note.
Why you need to do a TikTok video?
No, we need to talk about that. No, when for the listeners and for the people that are, you know, really listening, if somebody asks you a question, dude, the one thing that I would encourage you not to do is make them fucking feel stupid.
Exactly.
Don't fucking make somebody feel stupid because they asked you a question. Because guess what? Now you just fucking ruin their path.
Yes.
I can promise you, them feeling stupid right now when they're trying to be successful is the last thing they fucking need. And put yourself in their shoes. Do yourself a favor. If you were trying to accomplish something and all you needed was a little piece of guidance and somebody made you feel like an asshole for asking a question, you know?
Oh yeah, definitely, man.
It irritates me. And it takes a mentally strong person to brush that off and try again. When somebody makes you feel that unimportant. And it blows my mind when I hear it too. Because I hear it everywhere I go. At work, at the fucking grocery store, it doesn't matter, all the incidents. I listen to people complain at each other at car accident scenes. Because that's one of the things I get to deal with.
Yeah.
And it just blows my mind. Like, why do you say that to another human being that's trying to learn from something?
I was in a little fender bender years ago, and I'm the one that got hit.
Right.
And it wasn't nothing bad. And some lady just bumped me, and then, you know, it hit my little truck that I had. And I got off, and of course, you know, my big ass getting out of the little truck.
They're like,
and
fuck.
And the lady's like, oh my God. And I asked her, are you okay?
Yeah.
And I asked the people, because she got hit by another person behind him. I was like, are you guys okay? Hey, I'm going to pull over here. And then when I pulled over, I just told them, hey, are you guys okay? You know, and the lady's, oh, I'm so sorry that I hit you. It's okay. Shit happens. You know, but I'm like, I thought you were going to be freaking out. That there's nothing I can change now. You know, there's other worse shit could happen, you know.
Man, it's especially in an instance like that. And you could probably use it in almost any form. But when shit happens, man, people, and I understandably panic, and I get it.
Yeah.
Whether it's the house, the car, stuff, whatever it is that you're getting at the grocery. It doesn't matter. But shit is just shit. And it's not worth treating a fellow human like garbage to get your point across.
Yeah.
You know? And that's my lady gives me a lot of grief because she drives my new truck,
Yeah.
which is she said I almost got in an accident the other day and I almost panicked and I almost freaked out and I'm like, why? She goes, because some lady almost hit me in the parking lot and I don't want to hurt your truck. And I looked at her, I was like, it's just a truck. Like, I love it. I built it. I can build another one.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about it's just stuff. We can replace it as long as you guys are good. And I think the same goes for, like I said, when you make somebody feel stupid. Give them the information and make sure that they feel good leaving that conversation.
Yeah.
It's what's it gonna do for you? Make you walk away smiling? Darn.
Yeah.
How dare you feel good about a situation?
Yeah, like I'll give you an example, man. Like a couple years ago, I was doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Oh yeah.
And I had a guy my size, same size, 300-something pounder. We're wrestling, you know, and he was on top of me. I was on my back. And I pushed him off with my legs, and I threw him in the air. And he lands, bro, but his knee lands inside my right knee.
Oh.
My knee swells up to double the size, and I have a giant knot of just blood and fluid, like, just chilling there. The guy's, of course, freaking out. I was like, dude, I'm so sorry, you know. And I was like, dude, this is part of the game,
We're
man.
doing it. We're doing it.
And now he's my barber, man. And I follow up with him, you know, just as a friend, because the gym closed down and stuff, so I still follow up with him, and we were talking about it the other day, and I was like, dude, remember when that happened, bro? I was like, dude, I don't want to do MMA anymore because of that. I was like, hey, man, honestly, I want to do it more often, you know? I'm like, yeah, it sucked because I was out for like 6 months, but I had a blast.
Yeah,
you know? And he looks at me and was like, dude, you're something else. I was like, you know, I like that type of adrenaline. Now he works next to a boxing gym. And I was like, dude, I see the boxing gym over there. I'm thinking about signing up. You know, I miss that adrenaline rush. Even though you get you ever been punched in the face? It's like you got on like that adrenaline rush. You know, I was like, shit, like let's go. You know, and
it definitely makes you think for a second.
Yeah, and it's like, and I told him like, dude, like, and he's like, I'm afraid of sparring. And I was like, dude, spar. It's gonna change the way that you look at boxing. You're gonna change the way you look at life. You know, you gotta get punched a few times in the face.
Get punched in the head once.
So
get it over with.
Yeah. Once you get punched in the face, dude, you're gonna become Mike Tyson doing the fucking rope and moving back and forth. But it's you have to go through some of that stuff. You know, like that's why I learned how to heal myself and do treatment on myself, because I've been hurt a lot of times in Muay Thai kickboxing and now in MMA and all this. I have all kinds of tools in my house, like how to fix myself. I'm a freaking my own physical therapist.
That's funny.
But
does your barber have his own business? He does.
He actually no. He's managing the business for the owner. So the owner owns the boxing gym and then the barbershop.
Gotcha.
So he's like the manager there. So
okay.
I was actually helping him out with some marketing stuff, how to reach out to the local community about being a barbershop there and just promote it online. So
yeah.
I was showing him how to do that on Facebook and Instagram.
Hell yeah.
So we just talk. He doesn't really know a lot about social media, and he makes some cool TikTok videos. I was like, dude, that's all you need to do.
Do that's it, man. Just keep doing those.
Yeah, just doing that stuff, But yeah, man, it's just. And I told him the same thing. He's like, dude, I don't know how this barber thing's gonna work out. Just take it day by day, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you got to do, man. Is day by day. Learn from some of the best out there, and go ask questions. Shit, go ask questions.
It's the biggest thing, man. Is just make sure you fucking always learn. Just keep fucking learning.
Yeah, and it could be. And I told him, learn about anything, bro. Like honestly, I've learned some over dumb things. From animals to cars to a little bit of everything. Politics. What's going on in the world,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how I can start conversations with anybody that I ask, oh, do you know what's going on over here? Oh yeah, I heard something about that. And you start a conversation with somebody. I was at Walmart one day, dude, 2 hours in a damn what the hell is it? The shampoo aisle for the guys, talking to the old veteran, because we were just talking about politics. And I was like, oh shit, I gotta go and be here 2 hours.
I gotta get out of here, dude.
And he's like, oh damn, my wife's gonna be mad. I was like, oh shit, mine too. Man, I gotta go.
Whoops.
I'm not married, but still, man, I've been here 2 hours. I was like, shit. I was like, but you meet some really coul people out there, and just start random conversations, So
I was actually kind of similar situation yesterday. We went to Fry's when I got off work, and it just kept happening. It was a little crowded in there, so I was kind of dancing around people,
Yeah.
trying to maneuver through aisles and shit. And I found myself multiple times making jokes and conversation with some of the people that I was dancing around with, and then some of the times people would joke back and conversate back, and it would be a good little interaction that only lasted 20 seconds. And other times it just didn't happen. Other times it would just be people wouldn't even acknowledge that you spoke. And I wasn't hurt about it, but I was just like, man, just like the option, the opportunity for a little glimpse of happiness that you give when somebody interacts with you outside of our jobs and shit. And the opportunity, like you say, is just to make somebody smile and make yourself smile for a minute.
There's a lot of people stuck in their own world, and
Yeah.
they don't get out of it, and they're bitter, they're grumpy, and I'm one of those people. When I interact with those people, I was like, hey man, hope you're doing good.
That was the other thing too, is I try to keep a pretty open mind about when stuff like that happens. I don't expect that people are mad or grumpy. I just expect that people don't want to get out of their own way.
Yeah.
Like they're not here. They're not actively not acknowledging you on purpose. They're just not here. You know what I mean? They're not in the moment like you and I choose to be, and it just happens that way.
Yeah.
So
I see a lot of that happening.
I choose to believe that more so than people are unhappy, because if I tried to interact with everybody, it would be a 50-50 shot that somebody was going to be unhappy or happy.
Yeah.
And I don't really like those odds.
Yeah.
I don't want to believe that many people are fucking just super unhappy.
You know what? There's a lot of people who are happy, and of course a lot of people are unhappy. You know? Especially, I mean, this is one thing that I've seen lately. A lot of men are unhappy, man.
Yeah.
A lot of men are unhappy.
Hey, things are we live in a weird time.
Like,
we live in a really, really instantly gratified weird time.
Yeah, I think social media has kind of screwed that over. Screw everything over, but
I would agree.
But that's why we gotta unplug, and sometimes unplugging from social media is very difficult.
Yeah.
But even if you could use social media to read something or watch something, watch a video of somebody speaking about, becoming better, like, why not? Watch that video instead of watching that girl twerking. Of course, that's sometimes gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna look over here. But social media, majority of it's all motivational speakers, people that just bring out good energy. Because sometimes I'm in my own world too, man. I'm like, shit, man. Like, is this really worth it? Is this, I'm not spending enough time with my son, or my relationship getting affected because I'm spending too much at the office, or out in networking events. Like, there's a bunch of networking events coming up that I'm getting invited to. And, what if that one person I'm looking for is there,
Right.
But I'm losing, going away from time from the family, But it's like how I said in the last podcast, I have to make sure I'm good, and then the business is good. And then if those two are good, now everything down at the bottom is going to be even better,
You definitely have to take care of your own thoughts before you can.
Oh yeah.
And that's
and it's you have kids, right?
Yeah.
You have a boy or a girl?
A boy. Did you see the?
Oh, that was your son.
Yeah.
Okay. So
fill the mailbox with rocks.
Yeah. I was like, what the hell are they doing? And then so we have an important job. I have a boy also.
Yeah.
We got to show them how to be men, right? We got to show them it's okay. I saw something about, who was it? Joe Rogan was talking this about his kids, like just tell me the truth. I know what you're if you're lying, I already know the lies. I already did all the lies, right? But there's a very important job. If you're a father, if you have boys, you got to show them the stuff that you learn and then more. You got to show them they're gonna have to find their own path, but also guide them to make sure that they're on the path where they're gonna be successful, right?
Yeah. Growing up, that's one of the only things that I remember about it sounds so shitty to say it like that because I don't mean it that directly, but one of the biggest things that I remember about my father was a whole lot of not complaining and just doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He definitely was the driving force in me knowing how to just go get it done. Something needs to get done, just do it.
Yeah.
There's no sense in running from it, no sense in bitching about it. Just go get it done. And that's what I want. I'm trying. It's hard as a father to not want to verbalize your commands or your drive.
Yeah.
But they don't understand the words. What they are gonna understand is what they see. You know what I mean? He's gonna be 8 in January, and I just want to make sure that that's what he sees, as he sees what I'm trying to accomplish at work and here, and he understands how much work it takes to get where you want to be.
Oh yeah, and I think as a you know, of course we're all kids before. I believe he is seeing what you're doing. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and it's
I wouldn't know where the hell to start with a daughter.
Me either. My brother has two daughters, and
Oh,
I was like,
shit.
bro, and I sent him a video to him, you know, and I told him, like, there's also an important job for you.
Yeah.
And I told him, if you have daughters, there's also an important job for men. Is what type of men are you that your daughter wants somebody similar to you?
Oh,
You know?
God, dude. The immediate sense of feeling like a piece of shit.
Oh, and I sent him some videos to him. I was like, fuck, dude, bro. I'm not trying to make you feel bad, but you gotta listen to this stuff, man. And then,
that's fucked up.
And then I told him, but it's important though, because you look at society right now, man. Like females are idolizing, all these artists that are singing to the devil and all
Yep.
that stuff, and it's you don't want that as your role models, right? As your kids' role models.
What a fucking battle.
It's a crazy ass battle, but if the father, like say my brother, I tell him, become the badass person that I know you are.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta become that. Your daughters have to see that.
Set the standard high for your daughter's
Yeah.
eyes.
And I know a lot of people don't like what's his name, Andrew Tate and stuff, but he had one thing he said about being a father to a girl. It says, pamper the shit out of your daughter, because, and then also of course make sure that she has morals and all that stuff, principles, but make sure that your daughter knows what is a man.
Mm-hmm.
What is a man that needs to take care of the family. Because when she's ready, your daughters are ready to go to find a partner. They're gonna look for somebody like is similar to your father.
Yep.
To their father.
Yeah.
That's hardworking. Loyal and everything. Like that. And it's like for me, like for men too, is that you want to find a spouse that's gonna be there for you, that's gonna be there to take care of the family when you're not there, right? So it's it's like fuck, dude. Like men have like. Of course, mothers have an important job. No matter what. They're if it wasn't for them, there wouldn't be no kids. But
Yeah.
But as for men, it's like we leave the house, but back of our heads, we still got our kids. Like, and our family is like shit. If I'm doing this right, what at the next level I'm taking my family. And it's just like my brain's always going. It's like shit. If my son, can I do this for him? If this is gonna take him to the next level, I want him to learn this. I want him to do this. I'm like, if I'm doing this right, it's like your brain just start going all over the place.
It's fucking hard, man.
It's crazy, man. But it's just one of those. It's just like fuck. You just wish, you just wish the best. Wish for the best and see if you're doing good.
I put so much pressure on myself to make sure that the kids in my life, my son, she has 2 children. Rob's, are here. We're the examples for all of them.
Yeah.
And I put so much pressure on myself. I tried so hard to be like the same thing that every man wants to be. It's like button down, perfect. You want them to see nothing but the shit that you want them to see, and I find myself trying to dial that back on purpose.
Yeah.
Because I want them to also be a part of real life. And I want them to see the humor, the a little bit of the struggle,
Yeah.
the fun, the adventure, and it's a lot on a plate.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And you still have to take all of that and censor it to some degree.
Yeah.
And that's where it's like, fuck, man. You don't know if you're doing good. You don't know if you're doing bad. You can always look at somebody else's standards and figure out how well you're doing according to their standards, but that's not yours.
Yeah, definitely.
It doesn't work that way.
It's how can I say it is, even if they do see the bad, you just have to explain to them, hey, I'm a human.
Right.
I made a mistake.
Right.
I don't want you to do the mistake that I did. I want you to learn from it.
Mm-hmm.
And now down the road, if something similar to that like that happens to you, you already know what to do, son. And then just continue. And I saw my dad. My dad was always working. Just nonstop. And now as an adult, I realized, oh shit, I know why. I know why he was doing what he was doing.
Right.
And becoming, it's very hardworking man. And they have a lot of stuff that they put on the plate. But never had those conversations with my dad. And because he's very, how can I say, very introvert. He doesn't like speaking out. And now it's slowly over time. Now he's been coming out of his shell because I've been approaching him. But I want to be open with my son like that. I want, like, son, what's wrong with you? Come to me. Don't be afraid to not to come to me. Like, I want you to, if you say, hey dad, this is going on, I need your help.
Yeah.
Come to me.
You say that, and now I'm thinking, like, it's very, very, very abundantly clear that my dad did not have a voice to talk to. I don't know whether it was growing up or when the scenario was, but he doesn't talk, man.
My dad.
If I ask him about something serious, it's usually a shrug and a smirk, and then.
My dad's the same way, man. My dad's the same way. He's very very quiet. They grew up in a different generation.
They grew up in a different fucking time, man. Men weren't allowed to be anything that they are now. Different fucking time, bro.
Different time, man. Because I can tell you, my dad's very quiet.
Yeah.
People could be talking shit to him, and my dad's like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Fuck you.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
Just fuck you, man.
He'll just walk away and, just like, hey, whatever, whatever.
Yep.
And me, I'm like, hell no. Like, disrespecting my family like that.
Say it again?
I don't get invited to. Sometimes I don't get invited to family parties. My mom doesn't want me to go because I'm very open-minded.
Yeah.
When it comes down to stuff they're talking about. But it's like, it is what it is. But we had an incident one time a couple years ago. A family friend, attacked my mom. And at that time, I was out and about with my friends, and when I used to party a lot. I was always rolling with like 20, 25 people, at all times. We were all driving around the city, looking for parties and stuff like that, And I don't know if you remember party crews and all that stuff back in the day.
Yeah, dude.
I was part of that world, man. So that'll be podcast number 3.
We'll get into that.
But that. My mom, I get home, I was living with them at the time, and I get home like at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I hear my mom yelling at my dad, and they're talking shit to each other. My mom's talking shit to my dad, and my mom's like, her hair's all messed up. It's like, what happened? And it's like, oh, this fucking bitches fucking pulled my hair and all this, because they were trying to introduce a girl to your dad, and there was just a lot of BS happened right there with the family. And I was like,
shit.
And then it's like, why didn't you call me? He was like, no, I didn't call you because I saw when you left, you took off with 4 different cars. And we didn't want you to show up to the house with the family and then end up causing, a freaking massacre there. And it's like, and I remember like the guys I was with, and I was like, yeah, one of those guys really likes my mom like as a parent. And I was like, yeah, we would have been a whole shit.
You're like, you right.
Yeah, I was like,
you right.
No, it's a good thing you didn't call because I was with some very bad people that day.
Oh shit, man.
But I told my mom and my dad, like, the only people that should matter is in the family is just us 4, me and my brother, and now the kids too. Now that we have kids, But yeah, my dad was always very, very quiet, man. Even to this day, even when his father was my dad's dad, my grandpa, he was killed when I was 8, 9 years old in Mexico. So he was trying to stop a fight, and some guy fucking started shooting, and then my grandpa took the bullet. My grandpa was like the man that hold the family together. He was the pretty much the holder for everybody, and it was my dad's my dad was the first son, and he loved my dad, and so when he passed away, that's the first time I ever saw him cry, and it seems like after that he was kind of just very reserved, never really didn't say nothing,
Right.
So, but now slowly he's coming out, he's being more. He calls me son, he calls me different things, so I'm liking that he's coming out of his little shell, and my mom, I'll tell you this, me and my parents have a very open relationship. I tell them all the shit that I've done. Now I tell them all the shit I've done when I was a kid. Because back then, they were not letting me out of the house.
Right.
But now it's, we talk. I talk to my mom on a daily basis, and she's just want to make sure I'm good. And, yeah, it's just a really cool relationship with my parents, man. Like,
That's
I
awesome.
can't really say, like we talk shit to each other, but, it's like in a respectful way. She's still my mom,
Right,
Most
right.
only my mom. She was always talking shit all the time, but in a fun way, like.
No, I feel that, man. I definitely enjoy my relationship with my parents as a little bit older of an adult
Yeah.
than I did, growing up. It's more fun.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I sure do enjoy being able to speak openly.
Yeah. That's how I am with my parents. Well, my mom, she was talking to some lady, and she was telling. She's like that with me, but my younger brother, no. My younger brother's a little bit more conservative, a little bit more like, I don't want to talk about that,
Yeah.
And my brother's like that, It's like, oh, I don't want to, leave me alone.
No.
But my mom with me is just like, hey, calls me like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? But but yeah, my parents have definitely been a blessing, and so.
Speaking of which, man, I'm nervous for the first time in a long time. My mom's coming up next. Got that double recording today, and my mom's fucking next, and I'm like,
good luck with that, man.
fuck, bro.
It should be interesting, man.
Interesting is a good word for it. Because I always have my brother, my oldest brother, Dustin, which actually you might be interested in listening to his shit. He grew up in L.A.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're all from Cali.
Oh, what part?
We were born, I think him and I were both born in Bellflower.
Bellflower.
My parents are from Norwalk and Paramount. My dad's from
Okay.
Paramount.
Oh, Paramount. Okay.
Yeah,
I know Paramount, yeah.
But my brother was in fucking party crews out there.
Okay.
So
So a lot of those party crews came over here.
well,
So we were partying out here with some of the people from LA.
the last time I talked to him about what it was like growing up and all that bullshit.
It was a very interesting
So
times, man.
his episode got fucked up, but there's still half an hour there of some pretty fucking good shit.
Hell yeah. Party crews I'm not gonna say it, man. I've seen a lot of people get shot.
Yeah, well, and he told me, he was like, a lot of those guys tried to be fucking bangers.
A lot of them.
They
bro.
tried, but it wasn't their fucking. He was telling me, like, a lot of people that weren't around it were. A lot of people don't know, like, how vastly different the actual bangers were from the fucking party crew guys, and like even the artists were a different crew.
Yeah.
He was like, the bangers were just fucking bangers for no fucking reason, and he was like, all the guys that like rap about it, like they might have been involved, but those guys are like artists. They're smarter than the bangers. I was like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah. I hang out. There was a group of people that we used to hang out with because one of the older brothers, one of my friends, was part of that.
Yeah.
And then that group hang out with another group that were like straight up like gangsters from like the Mexican mafia, bro. Like no BS, man. These guys were tatted up in the face, like so straight up like the movie Sicario. Those dudes with the tatted faces,
Yeah.
man, like that. They're rolling around with AKs and all this stuff all the time, and I was like, and I looked at my friends like, really? I was like, I guess let's go have some beers.
Yeah. All right.
We were safe,
It's my all my siblings they're all half white.
Okay.
So you would not. I mean, you might be able to tell, but I can't by looking at my oldest brother. To me, he looks like a fucking ex-cholo.
Okay.
Like that's just what he looks like to me. He always fucking had Cortezes, high socks.
Yeah.
He did the whole fucking thing, but the true guys knew, and they'd always fucking call him out like, "Hey, fuck you, white boy," and I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, dude, they can tell when you're a fucking half breed."
Yeah. You can usually tell.
Yeah, I don't know, but anyway, fuck. My sister wants to come on too.
I get them on, man. Get them on.
She grew up in some of that shit too. She got her name tattooed on her. It's Miss Giggles. I give her so much shit. She hates it, but she's a successful real estate agent now.
Oh, where at?
Out here, yeah. She lives at 19th and Cactus.
Okay.
Staying Green Realty.
Stan Green.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
She works with, I think it's Premier Realty, or she used to. Fuck, I don't know. Man.
Yeah, I'm getting to meet a lot of real estate agents, a lot of in the West Valley.
Yeah.
Just because I'm out there networking with people, you know, and
Yeah.
I'm doing a lot of networking, and you know, we can talk about a little bit how we can help your podcast get bigger, man. And, I'm willing to help you out, bro. Like,
I'm excited to talk about that because I got some pretty, in my eyes, they're unrealistic visions. But I was talking a little bit last night to my lady about some of the stuff that I want to do for this thing, and it's stuff that nobody else has done. So we're gonna talk about that a little bit off air.
Yeah, man, ain't this possible, man? If I've seen people become millionaires in less than a year, it's fucking possible, man.
Yeah.
It's possible.
I'm excited, and I'm excited to keep working with you and keep talking with you.
Yeah, for sure, man. Like I told you in the last time, and I told you again, man. I'm down whenever you need me. Like hit me up. If I'm available, you know,
Yeah.
I'll come down and talk some more, man.
I
There's a lot of issues that we need to talk about that sometimes we don't have a voice, and now we have the opportunity to have a voice and talk about what's going on in life, you know?
I want to make your flame a really big part of this. So I will definitely talk to you more about that. And
Yeah, for sure,
we're
man.
definitely going to have you back. Is there anything you want to plug, anything?
I mean, you can follow me on Instagram, Jose Casas _AZ. There's a picture of me and my son on there. I have a Facebook, but I already passed. I'm already at the limit of 5,000 people because I started adding people left and right.
Yeah.
And that's why I network with people. Honestly, that's why I got a lot of my business.
Hey, it's a good thing.
But you can on Facebook, you can follow me. I guess you can follow people too.
Yeah.
It's Jose Casas. I'm the chubby Mexican, you know, I'm on there. But
For now,
I'm working on it. I'm bringing sexy back, you know.
something else I want to talk to you about too. It's a whole different conversation, but
Okay.
we're gonna have that conversation too. So,
But yeah, you guys can follow me on those platforms. TikTok, I'm on TikTok, but I'm just put random stuff on there. Nothing to learn about. Eventually, I'm gonna be putting some stuff on there about weight loss and stuff like that, but I'm not ready for that. Yeah.
Well, they'll see you on TikTok now. They're gonna see you on Spotify, Apple Podcasts,
Oh,
and
yeah.
Facebook too. So,
But yeah, if anybody has questions about life insurance, or just questions about anything in life, I'm willing to talk to anybody about what's going on in the world, you know. But if you are interested in life insurance, please send me a message, and then I can help you with anything I can.
definitely, you guys take advantage of that. You won't fucking regret talking to him for just a minute, even if it's just about life shit and shit. Do yourself a favor and fucking, if you're gonna shop for life insurance, definitely go through him. He'll treat you right. I wouldn't have him on here if it wasn't the case. So, like, follow, subscribe, both his page, my page. Not mine. Fuck mine. Do the podcast page. It's Me vs. Me podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Facebook. It's on Instagram, but it's Instagram. So, anyway, until the next time, we love you.
Bye, guys.